Do this one thing in the morning to fall asleep faster at night. Hey, it's Coach Vulcan and welcome to the Sleep Bedtime series. In this series, my goal is to tell you a story that puts you in that relaxed, comfortable state, that pre-sleep state where your blood fills up with those blue Z's and you get just in a nice mood for sleep. So that's my first goal. I have two more goals. My other goals are, as I mentioned at the beginning, tell you a story as it relates to one tip that will help you fall asleep faster at night. And finally, give you a preview of what's coming up next in this series. So get comfortable inside your bed sheets and let's get started. Now, starting up with our first episode, here's the first question I'm gonna ask you. Imagine that you were the Harry Potter of sleep. You could take your magic wand and cast a magic spell, and whenever you did cast a magic spell like that, you would give somebody good sleep. You would help somebody fall asleep easy at night. But every time you did that, you also the antenna of Voldemort would perk up. He would sense that magic spell that you cast and he would come after you. So would you do that? Would you cast magic spells that put people to sleep but also risk your own sleep, or would you just prefer to not do that instead? Comment down below. Be a Harry Potter of sleep or not? Well, this is the situation that our character today is gonna find themselves in. So here we go. Once, let me lift this up so you can see me better and I can see you better. So, once upon a time there lived a rooster in a farm, a white rooster, white as snow, and that rooster, every single morning, there's something very interesting about roosters that most people don't know about, and it's this. In the morning, 7 o'clock, the rooster would sing his song and he would wake all the hen and the chicken and the cows, the dogs, the farmers in the farmhouse. And the thing that most people don't know about the rooster is this. The song of the rooster. The rooster is kind of like a Harry Potter of sleep. When he wakes people up in the morning at the same time every single day, what he does also is he prepares that person for falling asleep well during the next night. How? Oh, it's all about our body clocks. When it comes to our body clocks, this is really interesting. When our body clock is in sync with our rhythm, when we fall asleep at night and when we wake up in the morning, when things are in sync, we fall asleep much easier during the night. But when things are not in sync, well, it's much more difficult. That is why a lot of people report, and I'm kind of curious about you if you have experienced this as well. A lot of people report on the Mondays they would have a very bad time, very difficult time falling asleep. Why? Well, because every single day from Monday until Friday they woke up at the same time, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock to go to work. But in the weekends, as soon as the weekend came, what do people do? They oversleep. And as a result, that resets their body clock, that fucks up with it. So on Monday, you have a much more difficult time getting up. So the cockroach's job, it's a very important job every single morning, by waking all the farm animals and the farmers up, he was casting a magic spell on everybody that put them in that easier to fall asleep mode in the morning the next day. So that's what the rooster does. But the rooster, he did that for the last 12 years, and today he's thinking to himself that, yeah, I've been waking people up all this time, but I also want to do something new. I want to go out into the world. I want to explore. But my job is also kind of important, so what do? This was the choice of the cockerel. And also he didn't know he had never been outside of the farm. In the farm, he was safe. Outside the farm, he had no idea of what foxes or wolves or lions could attack him, what would happen there. So, the cockerel had to make a choice between safety and adventure. And then he realized he wants to choose adventure. For him, he actually asked himself this question: what would make me grow more? What would make me grow, staying in the safety of the farmhouse or going out into adventure outside my comfort zone? And as soon as the cockerel asked himself that question, he knew the answer immediately. In the farmhouse, there was no growth there, but outside the doors of the farmhouse, he would grow and experience new things and become more as a rooster. So that is what he decided. He talked with the hound. The rooster invited the big brown hound to join him, and the hound, he decided, yeah, I would like to also experience the world and see what's out there and grow as you want to grow, Mr. Rooster. So he decided to join him, and the two became very good friends. In the morning, the rooster would wake up the hound, and the hound would just feel so energized, so powerful, because every single morning as the rooster woke him up at 7 a.m., the hound would feel so energized, so powerful, so strong. And he would fall asleep very, very well every single night. So the rooster woke the hound, and the hound would scout up ahead and see what's coming up there. There aren't any evil creatures creeping in the woods. So the two, they made a great team. But one night, the sun came down very, very quickly, and as the hound and the rooster entered into new woods, the hound didn't have time to scout ahead. It was already dark, so they had to find a place to sleep. They found a big oak tree. The hound went into the the bottom part with a hole. There was a hole in the bottom part of the oak tree where the hound went inside as kind of a doghouse, and the rooster, he went up on a branch in the oak tree, and the two slept. Now, however, it's 6:55 in the morning, and the rooster is getting ready to sing his song to wake up his friend and put him in that energized, powerful mode, but he just remembered that the hound did not have time the previous morning to investigate, to see what's up in the woods. So right now the rooster, if he sang his song and there was an evil creature hiding in the woods, well, he could summon him, and that creature could come and try to eat him. So the cockerel, he had to make a choice right now. The choice was between waking up his good friend the hound and trying to stay safe. Well, that is when the rooster, he remembered. He remembered the choice that he had made. Adventure, not comfort. Growth, not shrinking. And he asked himself again, which choice would make me grow more? Trying to stay safely and shut myself up, or sing my song and whatever happens, happens. The rooster knew his choice immediately. He valued growing more than staying, than shrinking and shutting up himself. So he sang loudly as ever, waking the whole woods up. And in that moment, the black fox, the Voldemort of these woods, he woke up. He heard the song and he smiled because he knew what that meant. He knew that meant there was a rooster in his woods. So he went to the tree and he said to the rooster how well he sang. And he asked him if he would be open for him to join him on that branch. The rooster, well, he was not born yesterday. He knew exactly what the fox was up to. So he said to the big black fox, who had a little bit of saliva falling down the right side of his mouth as he was looking at the rooster. The rooster told him, yes, I would absolutely love you to join him. In fact, why don't you go around the back? There you can find the porter. He will take you up the stairs, up the branches. Well. The Voldemort of foxes laughed, or tried to hide himself laughing. I will very much like to do that. So he went to the back of the oak tree, and as he entered inside, who did he find out there? That is right, he found himself facing the big brown hound. And the big brown hound, yeah, this was the big bad fox, but the big hound to the fox, to the Voldemort of foxes, the hound is like Dumbledore. They are afraid of the hound. So the fox did a Michael Jackson backward step, said, you know what, the fox said he had forgot something back home. He could not say exactly what was it. He could not remember what he had forgotten back home, but there was something he had forgotten back home. So he started doing the Michael Jackson. He turned around, he ran. He ran as quick as he could. The dog thanked the rooster for waking him up, and the two rose up and they continued on their merry journey. And this is where our story will end for now. Before I give you a preview of our next episode of what's coming up next on the bed, on this sleep series on these bedtime stories for good sleep. Excuse me there. I want to talk with you real quick about what is the lesson that we learned in this. The lesson of our story is this. In life, there's two choices. There's choices of growth and there's choices of shrinking. And to me, there's no such thing as right choices or wrong choices. What matters is the choice that you make a growth choice, meaning something that grows you into the strongest, most powerful, most electrifying version of yourself, or is the choice that you make shrinking you into the smallest, weakest, most insignificant version of yourself? When faced with those two choices, I always when faced with a big choice, just ask myself, Is this gonna make me grow, or is this gonna shrink me? And I know for myself, whenever I'm growing, to me growth feels like ambrosia. Have you heard of ambrosia? This is the Greek god's favorite food. It's the most delicious, most succulent, mouth-watering food in the whole seven kingdoms. I'm salivating as that fox who saw the cockerel on the branch just by the thought of growth. It's one of my favorite feelings. So that's our lesson for today. We have two types of choices. There's no such thing as right choice or wrong choice. Who really cares? In the big scope of things, it doesn't matter. There's choices that grow us and choices that shrink us. That is it. Now, going to the preview of our next episode. Oh, we have something interesting coming up for our next episode. I want you to imagine that you could get good sleep. Imagine that you could get good sleep every single night. But to do that, all you had to do is take the fingers of your right hand, your thumb and your forefinger, and slide them through the eye socket of a prince. And as you took hold of the right eye of the prince, pluck it out of the eye socket. So, by making a person half blind, you could have normal, restful sleep at night. Guaranteed. Would you do that? Well, this is what we'll kind of see in the next episode about a nightingale and the prince. I'll see you then. And by the way, before I say goodbye, when? You might be asking yourself, well, Coach Vulcan, when is our next episode coming up? When can I expect it? Well, with the bedtime stories, I'm gonna be releasing them every Sunday. So the next episode is gonna come up on Sunday, January 5th. On Sunday, January 5th. And to make sure you don't miss out, make sure you hit that notification bell to get notified as soon as that episode comes up. And if it's already up, you can just keep watching the episodes in this playlist and find out who is this nightingale, who is this prince, who is plucking out the eyes of the prince. And if not, I'll see you on January 5th. My name's Vulcan, and I wish you a very good night and a very good sleep. I'll see you soon.